Thank you. I'm going to keep to the 6 minutes. So here we go. Two parts. What's the size of the problem and how are we going to deal with it? So let's start with the size of the problem. If you just take Ukraine out of the equation, the non-OECD economies are burning coal like this. This is how it looks. Coal-fired generation is growing by 6% per year. So Ukraine is in that mix somewhere. Non-OECD, OECD economies are, whilst their coal generation is dropping by about 1 and a bit %, their gas generation is growing. So what do we got here? We got a stuck in transition situation. And now if you look at, let's say, an economy like the United Kingdom, in my title, by the way, it was trends, so I'm giving you some trends, so I tick that box. I'm trying to get it in within 6 minutes. If you look at the United Kingdom, which is considered to be quite a strong grid, okay, the United Kingdom, because of the way the grid is designed and where the renewables are placed, it's costing the system £1.5 billion a year in congestion costs. Okay, £1.5 billion a year. If we do not substantially change that dynamic, it will cost $3.5 billion a year by 2030. Now, why am I bringing United Kingdom into this? Because you're just looking at a fairly modern economy here with a fairly strong grid and a fairly ambitious renewable plan. But you still have problems. So how are we going to solve this problem? We've got to keep this interactive. So who in the audience here comes from a sort of a policy background job? Any policy? We've got one over there, two. Anyone over there? Stop chatting. Anyone? Policy? No. Okay, so we got someone else. You can actually cross two types of jobs. Economy, system economy. Anyone system economy? There's another one. What about, let's see, social? Who covers social issues? Everyone covers social issues. I'm wondering what you guys are doing over there. And what about power sector actual infrastructure, the physical bit? You over there, right. Some of you haven't been participating. I'm just going to say that right now. The point I'm trying to make out of this, to solve this problem, we need to fix those 4 areas. Okay? If we do not fix them in tandem, this conference is pointless. Because those 4 pillars, if you then focus in on those, there are variables in those 4 major pillars. And I'll just repeat, okay? How long are we doing? Got another 3 minutes. I'm doing well, aren't I? If you look at those pillars again, policy, regulatory, and infrastructure, social, past system economics, and past system infrastructure. If we don't measure those 4 elements properly and show guidance in those 4 elements to Ukraine and how their best practice solves those 4 elements, measure the speed and or the probability of how those could change, those elements, and the speed of those change, then where are we left? So this is the solution. The solution is to be able to get a proper measurement on these elements and drive the policymakers and guide the investors. So you're driving policymakers and you're guiding investors, and that's the way you're going to be able to solve this problem. So one thing I would say is that in investigating a solution, we have to, and this is my final point, we have to use technology that we know works today. Let's not dream about technologies that might work. All of this hype about hydrogen, it has a place. Hype about SMRs. In the future, it will have a place. In fact, I would suggest to you that SMRs, that small modular reactors, may be the technology of focus in 2030s by repowering coal. So I'll leave you with one last message. Wherever your solution lies, it's going to be 1, repowering coal, and 2, reuse and repurpose your current grid. If you don't do that, then it's going to be all a pipe dream and you're going to be facing the same kind of magnitude of problems that the United Kingdom has got now. 6 minutes? I'll tell you what, a prize, I'll hand it over. Thank you.